Yo everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing my first ever favourites of 2017, and that is for the month of January. Wow, we're already into February. The year is already flying by. I don't know how 2017 has been for you guys, but for me it's not been that great. I still got a cold, chest infection, generally just feeling blah. If it wasn't for makeup, I would look absolutely dreadful every single day. God bless you, makeup. So I'm going to share with you a couple of things that I've been loving throughout the month of January, as well as a few things that I did carry over from December as well, because obviously I did a overall 2016 favourites in December rather than doing a December one. So there are a couple of things which I have continued to use since then. A few things I'm going to show you, and the first things I'm going to show you are things that I've, funnily enough, been showing on nearly every single favourites video that I've done for the past 2-3 months. I don't want to lie to you guys. I don't use brand new things every single month and regard them as favourites every single month. Some things are favourites for January, February, March, April. That just goes to show how much we love these products, and that's the reason why the whole purpose of this video is to share it with you, that I love it so much that I'm continuing to use it throughout the year. So the first repeat is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. I love it. It's one of my favourite products from last year, and I have continued to use it in the month of January as well. I've done a review on it. I've done a makeup tutorial with it as well, both of which I will link for you guys below. Out of all the Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes, this is definitely my favourite one, and it is still available now. You can get it in the UK from Cult Beauty. You can get it direct from Anastasia Beverly Hills as well. It's up to you, but I would definitely recommend this palette. It's very unique, very warm toned palette, but I just love the inclusion of the whole orange and very cranberryish reddish sort of shades which you normally don't get with other kind of palettes. So I absolutely love this. The Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place foundation in the shade Cashew, as well as in the shade Honey Bronze. Now I'm sure some of you are wondering, why am I showing you two? Well, when I'm very, very fair, Cashew generally tends to work for me, but I do find it has a little bit of beige in it. So depending on what my mood is and how my skin is behaving that day, I don't know if you guys are like me, my skin kind of changes, like in terms of shades, depending on how much, how dehydrated my skin is. I can look a lot paler than normal. If I'm very kind of rushed off my feet and running around and this and that, my skin looks a little bit more darker because my cheeks go more red. It's really, really weird. But generally, I tend to kind of gravitate between these two shades. Today, I'm actually using a mixture of both of them because I felt that the Honey Bronze one was a little bit dark for me today. So I actually applied, let's say, 2/3 Cashew and 1/3 of the Honey Bronze, and I will mix and match as I see fit. The reason I've been using this so much is because I said I've got a cold, and because I've been blowing my nose so much, the Double Wear foundation is the only one that doesn't really transfer. Yes, it does transfer a tiny bit, but you really have to rub your skin quite hard to get any transfer to come off. Another repeat favourite is the Huda Beauty textured eyeshadow palette, the Rose Gold edition. I absolutely still love this so much and use it all the time. Similar reasons as for the Modern Renaissance palette. The different types of shades in it, this is a very warm toned palette, 1 or 2 cool tone shades, but I just love it. I love how versatile the palette is, that there are 18 shades in there. So when I have those random days of what shall I wear on my face, what shall I wear on my face, if I pick this one up, guaranteed I'll be able to come up with so many different types of looks. Absolutely love this palette, really highly recommend it. The Tarte Amazonian Clay blush palette color wheel, which came out for the holidays. Again, I'm sure I've shown you guys this before. I love it, I use it all the time. It pretty much covers me off for any makeup look that I may come up with or decide to wear that day. I have used it consistently since I bought this at the end of October from Sephora in Canada when I was there. I'm still using it on an almost daily basis. I've even been mixing shades together to kind of come up with my own personalized kind of blush look. Unfortunately, you can't buy this anymore. It's sold out quite quickly. Every year, Tarte come out with a blush palette and it sells out so fast because it's really, really good value for money. You get so many different types of shades, different textures, matte to satin to shimmer, and it's no surprise that it sells out really, really fast. If you guys have followed me for a while, or if you follow me on Snapchat or Instagram, you would know that generally during the week when I'm at work, I don't tend to wear false eyelashes. I tend to wear them mostly at the weekends when I've got time to do my makeup. Plus, I wasn't ever that confident in wearing false eyelashes as well. I think it's something that takes time and a bit of practice, the same as doing liquid eyeliner. But as my confidence has grown, I've actually started wearing false eyelashes to work as well, because I would do everything else except that, and I was like, why not? Why aren't you doing that as well? Sometimes eyelashes do give that too much of a dramatic look, which you may not want for work. I work in an office, I work in marketing, so I'm a creative person anyway, so I can generally wear like bright colours and that sort of thing, because at the end of the day you cannot stifle a marketer's creativity. That's just wrong. That's like putting me in a two-piece black suit. It will never happen. Ever. I don't even own one. But the way that I've combated that is by using these eyelashes from Huda Beauty. I've used them so many times. These are called Eazy Lash because they're not the standard full size stretching across your entire eye kind of lashes. They're almost like 3/4 lashes. They're a lot more lighter, but you still get that volume, but they're not as heavy and big as other Huda Beauty lashes. For example, the ones that I'm wearing right now are the Jade Faux Mink ones. I've only just got them. I'm in love with them. But as you can see, they are pretty huge and full on. These ones, as you can see, are not so full on, but they're still quite long and still give a nice bit of definition. So I've used these to death. I'm probably going to have to buy some new ones soon. Bear in mind with Huda Beauty lashes that even though they may cost upwards of £15 and more, you can get about 20 to 25 wears out of them depending on how well you take care of them. I've also been absolutely loving the Huda Beauty Scarlett lashes. I bought these in October and it's now February. That is how long these have lasted me. They're huge, they're full on, they're fluttery, they're sexy, they're gorgeous. I love them. From the Jeffree Star Holiday collection, I love or have been loving all the Velour liquid lipsticks that I bought. I did a review along with lip swatches video, which I will link for you guys below. But just to remind you guys, I got this shade, Designer Blood, which is probably my favourite out of all four. It's a gorgeous deep blackened red, but very, very full on kind of Indian red, if that makes sense, as in the kind of red that Indians and Pakistanis tend to wear on like bridal makeup. Sagittarius, Pumpkin Pie, and Deceased. Over Black Friday, I bought a whole bunch of things from Lime Crime because, as I mentioned to you guys, I've finally taken myself off of that ban of buying a Lime Crime makeup. So since then, I've kind of jumped all in getting back on that Lime Crime groove. And I got quite a few of the Velveteens. I was invited to BeautyCon by YouTube in December. I went with Miss Beauty Addict Selena, and we picked up quite a few Lime Crime lipsticks while we were there. And this one is probably the standout one for me, the one that I'd say that I've used the most. It's called Rustic. I'm not going to show it to you up close because sometimes it can be difficult because they've got quite frosted bottles. It's a really beautiful reddish terracotta shade, so flattering and so pretty. I love it. This one that I'm going to show you, I actually only used it once, but once was enough for me to know that it's going to be a favourite of mine throughout February. And I did buy it in January, and I wore it in January, so technically it can be a January favourite. It's one of the new Stila Stay All Day liquid lipsticks. They've released their spring, summer, I think maybe it's spring, maybe not summer, but spring range of liquid lipsticks. And I picked up this shade called Biscotti. It's a gorgeous taupey brown shade, perfect to wear for all kind of cool tone makeup. Again, from Lime Crime are the Diamond Crushers. So these are their glitter lip toppers. I have done a video review along with lip swatches of all of them, so I'll link that for you guys below so that you can see them in more detail and see all the ones I got. I've got all of them. In case you're wondering, I will list all the names below just for ease, but I'm not going to show you them each one because I've done a whole video on it. But I absolutely love these. These are amazing for the glitter lips trend, which I think is still going on at this point, but it's perfect for like clubbing makeup looks, party makeup looks, or just if you're fancying putting a little bit of glitter on a boring Sunday afternoon. I mean, who doesn't do that? It's a boring Sunday afternoon for me right now. I'm going full on glam. To be fair, that's because I was going to make a video. Actually, no, I would have just done it anyway because that's just how I roll. The Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Medium. I have already done a review on this, which I'll link for you guys below. This is now my Holy Grail concealer. This has pipped Urban Decay's Naked Concealer off the post. It's full coverage and it does not crease even the tiniest bit. I'm wearing it right now, and normally before I film a video, I'm not going to lie, I stick my face up right to a mirror just to check every little bit of my makeup looks perfect before I come on camera. I mean, why would I come on camera looking awful? That wouldn't make sense, right? But what I always tend to do is I always check my under eye concealer and kind of powder down any areas which I may think may start looking a bit cakey or maybe a bit old, as in because I've had my makeup on for like 5 hours. And I have had my makeup on for about 4 hours. But look up close. Can you see any creases? None. This stuff is the bomb diggy. Now a few things from Colourpop, which I showed you guys in one of my recent haul videos. These are limited edition, or were limited edition, and at the point of filming this video on the 29th of January, they have gone on sale, and once they are gone, they are gone. These shades are absolutely stunning. I love all of them. They're in a different kind of frosted casing. I can't remember the reason why. This is Wink, and it's an ultra satin lip. Gorgeous, gorgeous deep berry shade. This one is called Wild Nothing, and it's an ultra matte lip. This one is a really gorgeous wearable warm brown shade. I love this one's probably my favourite, and it's really creamy for some reason. And this one is called Bijou, and it's also an ultra satin lip. And this one is a beautiful pinky purple shade. Now, Colourpop recently did a collaboration with Amanda Steele. I'm not going to lie, I still don't know who Amanda Steele is. I know she did a collaboration with Key Australia as well, because I've actually got 2 of her Muse sunglasses. She's got a really big following online, but I'm still not sure what she does. Is she a model? Somebody I'm sure below will tell me. But anyway, she did a collaboration with Colourpop, and this is when they released their first ever pressed powder eyeshadows. And hers came in a quad, which is called Weekend Warrior. And it's got beautiful packaging. These 3 are matte, and this one is more of a satin shade. Now, I was a bit dubious about how these were going to show up. Are they going to be pigmented? Are they going to be good enough to contend with somebody like Makeup Geek? Yes, to every single one. These are gorgeous. They're finely milled. They're easy to blend. They're very heavily pigmented. I have created so many different looks to the point where Amanda Steele has actually seen all my stuff and reposted it on her social media as well. So happy. Even though I don't know who she is still, but still I was very touched at that gesture. But I absolutely love, love, love all of these. Now, her collection came with quite a few different things. Also came with 3 Super Shock eyeshadows. There's a Super Shock eyeshadow. It's an ultra glitter called Hydroplane. Such an amazing teal shade. This one is called Ignition, and it's a metallic. And this one is called Steel, and it's also a metallic. And then I also picked up 2 of her lipsticks. She has got this bespoke kind of packaging with some chains and some roses on it. I'm not sure what that means, but I'm sure somebody below might let me know. So this gorgeous lipstick is called Chaps, and it's an ultra matte lip. A gorgeous deep blackened plum shade. And this shade is called Jiffy, and it's an ultra satin lip. It's a really pale yellow base pink, and it just works on my skin tone, just. And then there's this eyeshadow which is called Catnap, which has got a little paw print of a cat on the front. I think all proceeds go to some sort of cat sanctuary or something. But it's such a beautiful shade. I love it. It's like a multi-dimensional dusty pink, and it's a metallic. Shouldn't be much of a surprise to some of you guys, the Pastel Goth palette, eyeshadow palette by Kat Von D. I've done a review on it. You guys have seen me do so many different looks with it. One of my makeup looks, you know what, the makeup look that I did on the actual review, you know, the purpley pink one I did, that went viral on Twitter. I couldn't believe it. One day, 2 weeks after posting it, I was just getting retweets and retweets and retweets and retweets and likes, and I was just like, wow. And so many people loved that makeup look, and I have to say that I absolutely love, love, love this palette. I will link the review below for you guys so that you guys can have a look and see the shades and swatches in more detail. Also from Kat Von D is the Alchemist Holographic palette. Again, which I've done a review on since posting this, since I haven't posted it yet. I have done a review on it, and hopefully that video will already be up by the time this favourites video goes up. I absolutely love this. Gorgeous, lovely holographic shades. So 3D, so it just makes your makeup look transformed. It makes it look so much more different, and it's a nice alternative to use to glitter and shimmery kind of shades, to have something which is quite duochrome, so I love this. And then from Makeup Geek, I've got this in my little jar, is the new lip matte. What are they called? Plush mattes. So it's their, I wouldn't call them liquid lipsticks because they haven't actually stated that they're called liquid lipsticks. They just call them lip matte. And I have to say that they are not liquid at all. They're actually quite thick. They're almost like the NYX soft matte, I can't remember the name, but you know the ones that I mean. They're quite moussey to apply on the lips, but then their wear time is amazing. These are my favourite lipsticks right now. Huda Beauty liquid lipsticks are my favourite liquid lipsticks, and if these were to be called liquid lipsticks, these would definitely be my favourite now. I'm actually wearing one of those on my lips today. The shade I'm wearing is called Tomboy, and after filming this video now, I'm going to actually do a review with lip swatches. But I love these, the way that they stay on the lips. I can rub my lips together that you can't do with liquid lipsticks, because you'll get transference either at the top or the bottom, or your lips will just stick together. These are so comfortable. You apply them, they're quite moussey to apply, and then they are still, like, you can still feel them, like the liquid, even though it's not liquid, but you know what I mean, the actual product moving around on your lips, so you've got that nice feeling of comfort. They do transfer a little bit, however, I've put this on now and I will not have to touch it up all day. Unless, of course, you follow me on Instagram. In that case, you would have already seen me wearing all of them. So this hot pink is called Cougar. This pale pink is called Marriage Material. The one I'm wearing right now called Tomboy. This one's probably my favourite one. It's called Plain Jane. It's like a terracotta red. And then this one is called Goody Two Shoes, which is a bright pink. I don't actually think I've worn this one yet. That's probably the only one I've not worn. Absolutely love these. These are amazing. I definitely have to get more when I get the chance. So now I'm going to do some of my regrets. I am definitely going to start doing this at the end of every favourites video, so you guys can see the things that I have not loved that much over the past month. And I know this might surprise you a little bit, considering I was just saying how amazing the plush mattes are by Makeup Geek. I've also got these, which are called the plush creams, or creme, however you want to pronounce it. I'll call it cream. These are dreadful. They are lip glosses, basically. I know that it says they're called creme, and I don't see what they claim to do or anything like that. I got 3 of them. Funnily enough, I got less of these and more of the other ones, because I kind of had an inkling that something which is called a cream is going to be a little bit like a lip gloss. Okay, so I thought that I'd quickly look on Makeup Geek's website and just read to you what they claim that these plush creams are meant to be. It says, a cross between a cream and a mousse. This unique formula sits on top of the lips for a soft plush feel, with a wide variety of colours crafted in a smooth cream finish. And I've even read the reviews, and one person said it didn't bleed. And I'm talking this one in particular, Trophy Wife. It bled all around my lips after an hour of wearing it. And those of you who follow me on Snapchat, you know that I'm not lying, because I showed it to you guys. I showed it live and in effect, and I hadn't had anything to drink at this point or anything to eat either. It bled all around my lips. I had to top it up about 4 times in the day, because after about an hour, I would say that it's just like a gloss, and it just comes off like a gloss. It's pigmented, but I can still see my natural lip line through it. The Anastasia Beverly Hills ones don't bleed on me. So, and the same with this one here as well, which is called Prankster. This one, not so much Old Soul, but that's because the colour's quite dark. So even if it was to bleed, it would almost start to blend in with my natural skin tone, so you wouldn't notice it as much. Let me just show you swatches of all 3 of these quickly. So there you can see the 3 shades. They are lovely. They are like, the texture is like a mixture between a cream and a mousse, but unfortunately on somebody like me, it bled a lot and it came off quite quickly. Bearing in mind, the bigger your lips are, the more product you are going to use. So the more product you use, yes, it probably will bleed. So maybe the person who reviewed it didn't have as big a lips as mine, because it bled everywhere. What could I do? Another thing that shouldn't be much of a surprise is me showing you the Sweet Peach Glow Highlighting Palette. Rubbish. I did a review on it. I will link it below. The pigmentation of these is pretty much non-existent except for the highlighter. But again, spending nearly £40 on 3 products, of which only 1 works, is not worth it. The bronzer barely shows up on me at all, and the same with the orange shade as well. It leaves more of a, like a kind of a golden glow to my skin, but with no actual pigment, and I don't wear gold blushes. Gold blushes look naff. And then the same again with the Papa Don't Peach blush, also by Too Faced. Now this one is a little bit more pigmented than the other one, but again, I can't justify the price tag with something which is quite substandard. Yes, it will show up on you if you are quite fair skin tone, but as somebody who is right in the medium spectrum, and I am at my lightest at the moment, which means I'm more on the fair medium side, and it still barely shows up on me. I know some people have said, yeah, it's meant to be kind of a a golden orangey glow. No, it's an orange blush and it should show up orange. Look at how that looks on here. I didn't buy it for something to show up barely on me. If you're going to show it like this in the pan, this is how it should come up on the skin. So this is a huge regret. And then the same with the glosses, which I've kept in this cute case that I got from Too Faced. This is the only thing that I like from my whole Too Faced collection. It's this cute makeup bag. So I got 3 of the Creamy Peach Oil Lip Glosses. I got the shade Tickle Me Peach, Pure Peach, and Poppin' Peach. These are so sheer, they barely show up on my skin. I have to apply on top of reapply on top of reapply because they are so glossy that they literally just melt off of my lips, bleed all over the place, leave a big smush all over me. So I would not recommend these at all. They're not good. So that's it for my favourites for the month of January. Hope you guys enjoy. By the way, I got some new lighting recently. I'm still kind of getting used to it. Let me know what you guys think. Do you prefer this lighting? Do you think this lighting works well? Do you think everything looks a bit sharper? I've noticed that my focus seems to work a lot better with these 2 extra soft boxes in my room. But yeah, let me know. Feedback below, guys, because I have invested quite a bit of money into making sure that everything looks legit. And as a perfectionist, I want to make sure that things look legit all the time. Other than that, I hope you guys are great. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.